Hi, Pramoda. It's so nice to have you on the show. How are you doing today?
I am doing very well. Thank you, Alicia, for inviting me here. I'm so excited to be on this show.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I love that word excited because I am so excited to have you on the show for some reasons, all right? Firstly, I love to seek informations. I love to go after knowledge because I believe that it takes knowledge application for one to move from a chaotic experience to a beautiful one. And secondly, I'm excited to have you on the show for the sake of my audience because I believe there are some things that Promoter knows that some of my audience needs to hear you say this stuff, directly from your mouth in order to experience transformation. And thirdly, even I myself, okay, sorry. Okay, here we go. Even I myself, I believe that I am definitely going to learn one or two things from your story, your insight, and your experiences. So, for that reason, Promoter, I want us to get started with your story, your journey, the challenges that you faced, and how you overcame them. Then, afterwards, I've got some beautiful questions for you. Okay, Promoter, over to you.
I'll start way back 22 years ago. At age 22, I was working as a software engineer, and back then my father had passed away. It was 1 year after his passing. I was not having a great time in my life because I thought the life had no meaning. I had existential questions about my life. What's the meaning to life? Why do we live on this planet, and so on? In search of answers, I kept reading a lot of self-help books, many books on self-help and motivation, personality, purpose, and so on. Finally, I learned that life has meaning through our actions. We create meaning in our life through the goals we set and achieve those goals. The goals that have meaning to us, the goals that give us happiness, the goals that expand us as a human being. Those are the goals that are important, and I started chasing them. When you hear me say chasing goals, you might say I chased some big goals in life. But let me tell you, in the year 2003, I wrote 5 simple goals. I started with 5 goals in 2003. They were very simple goals. I was about 20 kilos overweight. I wanted to lose weight. I put that as a goal. I was scared of public speaking. I wanted to speak confidently in public. I wrote that as a goal. I was scared of swimming. I was scared of water. So my goal became learning to swim. As a child, I wanted to learn martial arts, but it never happened. It was my dream. I loved Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, but I never had a chance to go learn martial arts in the town I lived. It was a small town. And goal number 5 was to donate blood 50 times before I turned age 50. I wrote these 5 goals because they had meaning to me. I found growth in these goals. I found happiness in these goals. First 4 goals I achieved in the first 3 years. And I made good progress on donating blood about 10 times in 4 years. In that 4 years, I realized the meaning of life is through action. The meaning is actually invested through the activities that you do every day. So nobody gives me on a plate and says, silver platter, here is your goal, here is your happiness, and go do it. I create happiness in my life through my actions. This was a significant shift in my attitude in those 3 years, that I can create meaning, I can create happiness in my life through action, was a breakthrough in my life. Starting 2004 onwards, that became a life habit. Every year I would look and say, this year, what goals make sense to me in my life? And I started achieving those goals. There are 52 goals I write in my book. I published a book a couple of months ago. It's called Beyond Your Limits. I published about 52 goals in the book. Each chapter has a goal. What is the goal? Why I took the goal and how I achieved the goal. You will not believe. The goal number 1 is to lose 20 kilograms. Goal number 52 was to publish a book, a non-fiction book. So the book really well captures what was my initial goal 21 years ago. And every year I kept achieving goals. After 21 years, I wrote this book about how I achieved these goals to create meaning and happiness in my life.
Well, that's very inspiring. You know, You've just made us understand the power of setting goals. That's a great one. I love that. So shall we get started with the questions?
Yeah, I mean, I'll give a quick summary to your readers.
Okay.
The book has 3 sections. I don't just talk about the goals I achieved in section 1. I go to section 2, I talk about a 7-step framework, how to achieve any goal in life. Begin with an end in mind, become accountable, define milestones, take one day at a time, bounce back when you step off your goal, quit strategically. If you want to quit a goal, it's totally fine. And the last step is enjoy the journey of goal achievement. This is a simple 7-step framework I offer in my book. It is going to help a lot of people. If you just follow these simple steps, any goal you have, personal goal or professional goal, can be achieved with this framework. In section 3, I talk about top 3 mistakes people do in goal achievement. You can read more in the book. It talks about lack of time, lack of purpose, lack of belief, how these limitations hold you back from achieving your goals. I strongly recommend read the book and know more about what it has to offer.
Brilliant. I love that. Okay, so let us begin with the questions. Are we ready?
Yes,
So,
I am.
so how true is the statement? Okay. What got you here won't get you there.
It's a quote I frequently use in all conversations with my clients. What got you here won't get you there. It simply means we all have achieved something through our habits, behaviors, and thoughts. We have come to a level in our life. And if you want to go further in your evolution of consciousness, the way you think, the way you respond to life, the way you talk to people, the way you relate with people and the world around you, you have to change to go to a different level. So what got you here won't get you there. The same habits that brought you here today will not get you where you want to go in the future. That is the summary of that line. That is a fundamental tenet of my coaching program. My audience is technology professionals around the world, software engineering, technology world. Every time I coach my clients, we start with what got you here? You have some skills here. You are expert in some technology. You came here. And now you want to go to higher levels in your career, either in the management track or on the technical expert track. They require different skills. They are levels that require different skills. So to go there, let's look at the gap in your behaviors and address those gaps consistently going forward. So what got you here won't get you there. With my clients, I define the here, where are they today, and there, where do they want to go in the next few months or years. Then we bridge the gap consistently through changing behaviors and thoughts on a daily basis.
Brilliant. I got that. Okay, let us talk about your book for a moment. You know, you have a chapter in your book saying saying no to TV or saying no to TV. Can you talk to us more about that?
I have not watched television since 2003. For 21 years, I have not watched television. I don't have a television at home. As a bachelor, it was easy because I was all alone. I could make a choice of not having a TV and be myself. When we got married, my wife Anusha and I got married in 2008. I said to my wife, I don't have a TV at home. She was surprised and shocked that I don't have a television at home. I don't like watching television. I told my wife, can we try this for 90 days? For 3 months, we will not have a television at home. We will invest time in enjoying activities, like things we enjoy doing. Going to a restaurant, going to a temple, going to a relative's place, walking in a park, any activity other than watching television. She agreed for 90 days. We tried, and our relationship flourished after that. We really enjoyed being together. We didn't like TV at all. So we don't have a television for about 16 years after marriage now. We have a small laptop, and our son watches something on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, because he likes watching shows on Netflix. He wants to be relevant in his school with his students and friends. We understand the peer pressure, so we watch some things together. But even today, we do not have a television at home. It is exciting. We have so much time together. We enjoy being together. Even if you watch some program, we also watch it together on Netflix and enjoy entertainment together. The only difference is I want us to choose when to be entertained by the screen. I don't want the TV to choose us when it wants us to entertain. I want us to have the privilege of choice when, what to watch, and how much to watch. And that is freedom for us. We enjoy our life because We are the heroes in the movie of our life. We don't want to watch too many heroes on the screen. We would rather be the heroes ourselves. That's the philosophy.
Brilliant, brilliant. I love that, and I got it. Okay, so you started Changesmith Coaching. So what does Changesmith mean, and why did you pick that name?
I like making up words. I call myself a wordsmith. Somebody who is specialized with words is wordsmith. Goldsmith, as you know, somebody who is specialized with gold ornaments is goldsmith. Then we have blacksmith. Then we have speechsmith these days, somebody who speaks really well. When I look back at my own life, what I'm really good at is changing myself, changing my own thoughts and behaviors consciously to do what I'm afraid of doing, to do what I need to be doing, to do what I really want to be doing. This conscious change is my skill, my expertise I built over 20 plus years. So if somebody was to ask me, what's your specialty? I would say, I am a changesmith. I can change myself, my behaviors, my thoughts, my actions, and I can achieve my goals through my personal changes, essentially changing my habits. That is why I named the company as Changesmith Coaching. So I want all my clients to become changesmiths so that they can consciously change their thoughts and behaviors and create habits that can take you to their goals. So somebody for my clients say, if you join my coaching program and work with me, you can be a changesmith. You can bring changes in your life consciously that you're choosing to achieve your goals. That's the reason for the name Changesmith.
Got that, got that. That's a good one, you know. I love that. Okay, so we have two more questions to go. Now, are there any goals you have not listed in your book? Is there any?
You mean the ones already achieved or yet to be achieved?
Yeah, yet to be achieved.
I'll give you a couple right now just to illustrate. There is one goal I'm working on, which is a long-term goal, is when my son turns 18, my son and I want to run a 10-kilometer race together. That's one goal we have as a father-son duo. The other goal we have is when he turns 21, we will run a half marathon together because the distance of half marathon is 21 kilometers or 13 miles. Those are two simple goals I can share, like what I'm looking in the future. There are many others on the list, but these two immediately come up in my mind because we are running a 5-kilometer race in 2 weeks. 25th of August, my son and I are running a 5-kilometer race. He is 13 right now. In the next 5 years, our goal is to run a 10K together, 10 kilometers. When he turns 21, it will be a 21-kilometer race. So I'm excited for all three goals. One is a milestone, which is a 5-kilometer. The other two are actually goals, 10 and 21.
Brilliant. I love that. I love that. Okay, so what do you want the readers to do after getting to read your book?
I have been reading self-help books for 21 years. I remember the first time I read a book was by Zig Ziglar, Over the Top. That was back in 2002, 2003. That was the time. I have realized all these non-fiction self-help books, most of them talk about ideas. They're extremely helpful, I'm not denying. But I wanted my book to be different. I wanted my book to be 80% demonstration and 20% information. In fact, many people have liked the book's format because I talk about my own goals and how much struggle I went through to achieve these goals and why these goals are important to me. Some of them are small goals, by the way. They're not huge in terms of effort, but they took consistent effort to achieve. That is what I wanted to show to my readers. So my request to readers is, if you read this book, please ensure you at least write 5 goals that you want to achieve. These goals that expand you as a person, these goals bring meaning to you, these goals bring happiness to you. Identify these 5 goals by the end of the book because the book has so many exercises to reflect on your goals. Once you list those 5 goals, I want you to start making progress on these goals because progress brings peace. You will enjoy your life the moment you know you are on the path of progress. You are progressively walking towards your goal is a great feeling in human life. We enjoy being on track toward our goals to something meaningful or something rich in our experience. So read the book and make sure that you write 5 goals to start achieving those because the moment you know where you're going, there is a different energy you carry. You're not like a cork floating on a river, going left and right wherever it takes you. Life is like a river. Let's not be like a cork in the river going left and right. Let's decide where we want to go, like a plane that is going from a source to a destination. You define your destination. It can be anything you want. No one else can force that on you. But you and I have an obligation to define what do we really want while we are on this planet and make that happen. Create that meaning, create that impact while we live on this planet is the message I want you to take from the book. In both small and big goals, by the way. They can be small goals, like being kind to your friends and kids and family, being somebody who is a great business owner, being an author, being a collaborative employee. You decide the goal. That's your goal. All I'm asking is have a compass for you, have a direction for you where your life is going, and your job is to keep walking on that path towards your goal.
Beautiful, beautiful. That was a good one. I love it. You said you chose to be different. You wanted your book to be different, and you made it 80% demonstration and 20% information. That's a good one. I love it. So, to bring this to an end, Pramoda, what would you like to leave the audience with, like a final thought? And to those ones who would like to reach out to you, learn more about what you do, or even get your book, how can that be possible?
My recommendation is you can go to my website, changesmith.me. Changesmith is one word. Changesmith.me is my website. You can go to the website. I have got a newsletter which is free. You can sign up for the newsletter. I send a weekly email every Saturday, 8 a.m. Pacific time. That's free. A lot of personal example of my own life, what goals I am achieving and my clients are achieving. Super inspiring, a lot of demonstration in the email. So you can sign up for that. You can also check out my courses on the website if you're interested. I also know, Elisha, that you said majority of your audience is in Indonesia. I was looking at some of your posts. I think you've got folks in Indonesia listening to your other parts of Asia. I can also offer my free audio book. You can go to changesmith.me/audio, AUDIO. changesmith.me/audio, AUDIO. It's a free download. You can download my full audio book. It's about 5.5 hours of professionally recorded audio. Please listen to the book. I might remind you to give me some feedback or review on Amazon. That's the only thing I ask. Otherwise, that is the reason I'm asking your email address when you're downloading. So I want your feedback and review on the book. To remind you one more time, changesmith.me/audio to download my free audio book. So you can listen to it, get some inspiration. So through the demonstration, which is 80% demonstration and inspiration through my example, 20% is information, because I believe you already know all the information. It's a matter of consistently applying what we know. Practicing the understanding is more important than understanding the practice.
I got that. That's a deep. Okay. So that's going to be the end of the show, Pramoda. Thank you for coming and thank you for, impacting us with this amazing insight. It means a whole lot, man. Thank you so much.
So thank you for inviting me. I appreciate the invitation. I like it. So tell me, who is your audience? Who is your primary